I like that intro though. My bitch bad, she look like Beyonce. I think she's Destiny's Child. Yeah. Don't move, don't budge.
Hey man, that's my man D Slime and my man Black Dragon on that song. We got some new music coming soon. I'm gonna have the link down below in the description to D Slime's Instagram, to Black Dragon's Instagram. Be sure to check them out in the description down below. Now let's get straight into it, man. This is episode 93 of Real Talk with MJ. And first, let's talk about the Eagles' win yesterday. Now you see, they beat the Jets. And at first I was scared. I was like, the Jets were up. I was like, yo, if we want any chance of making the playoffs, we got to win this game. I mean, we have the easiest schedule in the NFL. The last 4 games, the last 5-6 games, easiest schedule. Got to win this game. Had Gardner Minshew in this game, with Jalen Hurts out with a ankle injury. And I know what to expect. I tweeted this out. I was like, hey, Gardner Minshew is a quarterback today. Man, Lord help us. And guess what? He helped us because Gardner Minshew, he showed out today. He showed out 2 tutties. I mean, he was passing the ball left and right to Dallas Goedert. I mean, he was snapping. He was efficient. That's one thing with Jalen Hurts. He has to be more accurate throwing the football. But other than that, I mean, this guy, Gardner Minshew, had a fantastic game. Now, people are going to overreact. People are going to be like, okay, Gardner Minshew should be QB1. He had a better game or a better passing game than Jalen Hurts has had maybe all season long. Stop it. The Jets are terrible. They have the worst record in the NFL. Literally the worst record. Like, the average amount of points that their opponents get on them is 30 points, bro. That's the lowest, or that's the highest in the NFL. Like, they have the worst defense. They average almost giving up 400 yards a game. Like, let's think about the team that we're playing, and let's put everything into context. They were playing the Patriots. They were playing, the Cardinals. Okay, I got you. Maybe you have a case there. But the Jets, let's slow our horses now. Let's say Jalen Hurts isn't healthy in 2 weeks, and the Washington football team plays us, in 2 weeks, and Gardner Minshew beats them. Then you can have a conversation, even though I still would pick Jalen Hurts. But you can have that conversation then. But let's just please nip this under the bud. Minshew, he's not a bum. I'm not saying he's a bum. But for him to be QB1, come on now. That's an overreaction. He is 8-13 as a starter. In Jacksonville, it wasn't pretty. Now, Jacksonville, let's not act like, now they do have a pretty bad organization, but again, he was 8-13 as a starter. So you see that if he is a starter, if he has the responsibility to be that guy every week, he hasn't lived up to that challenge, right? So you gotta put everything into context. Good game, good win. Minshew was not a bum, but hold our horses on him being QB1. Hold our horses on that, man. Now, let's get into my thoughts on the Gervonta Davis Tank fight. Now, I told y'all, we are going to have more boxing, MLB. We're going to have all sports on here. I talk about NFL and NBA most because that's what y'all love. But one thing I want y'all to do is come to my channel to be educated on other sports that aren't talked about on ESPN, Fox Sports, or whatever. So initially, on my thoughts on the Tank fight, man, I was surprised. I thought that he would knock him out in either the 3rd round, the 5th round. I thought Isaac Cruz would get knocked out just like that. Now, it went to a unanimous decision, and Tank won. But Isaac Cruz gave him a fight. He gave him a fight. And, he showed that he ain't no scrub either. He ain't no scrub. And it'll be interesting to see who he fights next. A guy like Teofimo Lopez with him, I mean, hey, I would not be mad. I would watch that fight. So let's see what happens down the road. Now, what I will say with Tank, he is measured by his own greatness. He's measured by his own greatness because, look, because he didn't knock him out in the 3rd round, in the 5th round, in the 6th round, people are like, oh my God, what happened to Tank? Da. He still won the fight, regardless. So who cares? He still won the fight. Who cares? So at the end of the day, he's been so great. He's had such spectacular performances, knocking guys out cold every single match. It's like when he doesn't, it's like, oh my God, what's going on? And you see this trend with athletes, whether it's in the NFL, basketball. You see this with Patrick Mahomes. You see this with LeBron James. It's like if you're great, everybody expects you to keep up that performance. And if you're a notch below that performance, something must be wrong. So let's nip that under the bud. This man Tank, okay, he didn't have his best performance out, but remember, he got injured in that 6th round. In that 6th round, he injured his hand. If he injured his hand, could be a completely different story. Now, Ryan Garcia is just all talk. He's come out and said that he wants to fight Tank, that Tank is scared of him, that, he wants Tank. Dude, the last time you fought was January 2nd, and Luke Campbell knocked you down. So what's going to happen if Tank knocks you down? I'm pretty sure it's going to be night, and you're going to be... It's going to be night, bro. It's going to be night. Let's be completely honest. But he's all talk. He likes the likes on Instagram. He likes all the buzz that it gets every time he mentions Tank's name. But let's be honest, you do not want this fight with Tank, bro, because the last time you fought was January 2nd. So you're telling me that you have not fought for almost 12 months, and the first fight you want in 12 months is Tank? Man, he will do you dirty, bro. He will do you dirty. You don't want that fight. Stop talking about that. Don't take this guy Ryan Garcia serious. He gets on my last nerve. Now let's segue into the NBA. And we're going to talk about the Chicago Bulls. They surprised me this year. They are 2nd seed in the East. And, they are rolling. They got guys like Caruso balling out, guys like DeMar DeRozan that we're going to talk about, guys like Lonzo, Zach LaVine. They got a squad, and I thought they would be a 6th seed, a 5th seed, but they are definitely proven to be wrong. And one thing about DeMar DeRozan, he's averaging 26 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. DeMar DeRozan is underrated because people hate LeBron James. People hate LeBron James, so they underrate DeMar DeRozan. People have said that the Raptors teams that LeBron played when he was in Cleveland, that they were light. That, oh my God, it was the baby Raptors, that LeBron owns them, that once they traded away DeMar DeRozan and got Kawhi, they immediately won a chip. Okay, DeMar DeRozan isn't as good as Kawhi Leonard. We all get that. But he's not a scrub. And for LeBron to beat that team, to sweep him, to, really just play with him every single time the Cavs played the Raptors in 2016, 2017, 2018, it shows that the dominance of LeBron. But people want to discredit LeBron, and in turn, you're underrating DeMar DeRozan. Now, a guy like DeMar DeRozan should have been an all-star last year. This year, he's going to be an all-star. But he's shown once again, time and time again, that he is a top 5 shooting guard in this league. Now, let's not forget, this is the same guy that on the Raptors won 50-plus games every single season. I mean, it was a piece of cake. But what happened was he ran into LeBron James, and the rest is history, right? But DeMar DeRozan is a top 5 shooting guard in this league, and we got to stop underrating this guy. He is having a spectacular season, and he's top 5 right now in MVP voting. Let me know down below where y'all have DeMar DeRozan. Now, let's talk about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So, he came out and said that basically, goats don't dance. Now, if you don't remember, back maybe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, the Lakers played the Pacers, and LeBron had a couple of dagger threes, and after one of them, he did the Sam Cassell little dance or whatever, grabbing his crotch or whatever, doing that little dance. And Kareem, who was a top 3 player of all time, said that he didn't like that. He said that goats don't dance. Okay, so every single superstar, every single all-time player has celebrated. And us as fans love when our favorite superstars show emotion, when they, dance, when they showboat. Not all the time, but when they do, in certain moments, we love it. It's part of the game. You don't want to have robots just out here with no emotion, just out here just making threes, not doing nothing to the opponent, not doing nothing, like no taunting. We don't want that. We don't want no friendly game. We want the players to be taunting each other. All this, like, what? We don't want no friendly game of robots just making shots, then turn their back and then just going to the next play. We don't want that. We want some emotion. We want some taunting. We want all of that. That's what fans like. When Steph Curry, every time he makes a three, he might turn around. He might do this. He might do the airplane. I mean, we love this. So you mad because Curry does that? It's part of the game. Michael Jordan did the shrug or whatever after he made 6 threes or whatever in the finals. Is that disrespecting his opponent? Dude, it's part of the game. So Kareem, you sound like a grandpa. I don't really know if you. I mean, like, as NBA fans, we don't want our superstar players, our favorite players, to be respectful. That makes the game boring, bro. We want some animosity. We want them to taunt each other. It's a part of the game. So Kareem, stop that mess. You sound like a grandpa, dog. Get out of here with that mess. Now, let me get into my top 5 players in the NBA right now. Number 1. It's not even going to be in order. This is going to be my top 5 players. Number 1, Bron. Number 2, KD. Number 2, Steph Curry. Number 4, Giannis. And number 5, either Kawhi or Jokic. If Kawhi is injured, put Jokic in. If Kawhi is healthy, obviously put Kawhi in. But Kawhi is injured right now, so it's Bron, KD, Steph, Giannis, Jokic. In no particular order. Those top 5 players. Now, people gonna talk about Bron's not a top 5 player. He is top 5, bro. He is top 5. He's shown this. And when he is fully healthy, he has shown that even at 36, almost 37 years old, he can still dominate a game. I just need him to stay healthy. I need him to be clear of COVID protocols, which he did. He beat COVID in less than 48 hours. I mean, if that's not a GOAT, I don't know what is a GOAT at the end of the day. I mean, the man just beat COVID in 48 hours. But KD is gonna be is in the conversation, and he is closer to Steph Curry than you very well may think. Obviously, Steph, unbelievable right now, probably the best player in the world right now as I speak. Giannis, got to give him that respect just because he won the Finals MVP, and he's shown that he's the most dominant player in the game. Jokic then won MVP. I mean, the best passing big man ever. I mean, what he's done this season, last season, has got to be respected, and he's got to be a top 5 player. Guys like Joel Embiid, James Harden, Anthony Davis, I mean, definitely not AD. I mean, he is not playing like that. He might be a top 12 player. That's being generous right now. But those top 5 players should be solidified. Ain't no debate with those 5 players. Now. Let's get into the NFL. Let's get into Tom Brady. This man is leading the NFL in touchdowns. He is leading the NFL in passing yards. At what age? 44 years old. The Bucks right now are 9-3, right? They are propositioned to make the playoffs, might get a bye. We're going to see about that. But he's rolling. The Bucks are rolling. And this brings up the question. If Tom Brady wins MVP and the Bucks win a Super Bowl, will this solidify himself as the greatest athlete of all time? Athlete in all sports. If he does this, I think he can. I think you can make the argument. I mean, you already have a good argument now, But to be 44 doing this, bro, you are a top. He is a top 3 quarterback in this league. Really top 2. It's him and Mahomes. It's right here, and everybody else is down here. It's him and Mahomes. Mahomes is what, 26, and this guy's 44, doing this on the same level as Mahomes, same level as Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's better than Aaron Rodgers, but this guy is a top quarterback at 44. It don't even seem like he's slowing down. You saw Drew Brees last year. He looked like a 4-year-old man. Big Ben Roethlisberger, although he played well yesterday, looks like an old man. I don't know what found in the water. What's his face? Tom Brady is, drinking right now. But this guy is doing some stuff that's it's just unreal. It's just unreal. And he can be in that conversation. It's hard for me to go there to be the best athlete of all time because he doesn't play, defense. However, we have never seen a quarterback become 44 years old. And how he's playing right now, he has at least 3 years in him. At least 3 years. By that time, you're 47. I mean, hell, you might as well play till 50 years old. I mean, it's not out of the question right now. It isn't out of the question that Tom Brady can play till 50 years old because he's already debatably the best quarterback in football right now at 44. So it's going to take a minute for him to really drop off, right? Unless he gets injured. But we all know with that TB12 stuff, hey, he going to stay healthy. So I'm not going to say he's the greatest of all time if he wins MVP and the Super Bowl. I won't say that yet. I got to see more. But he'll at least be top 2, top 3. And you can't really, I wouldn't argue with you if you said that he's the greatest of all time. But this man is ridiculous, man. He is flat out ridiculous. And we're just watching greatness. This will never happen in the NFL. A guy like Tom Brady being 44 and debatably the best quarterback in the NFL. And now y'all know this is Monday, and I'm starting a new series called Motivational Mondays, where basically I give y'all some motivation to start off y'all week. And I started this because I thought, it's Real Talk with Miles Johnson. I always give y'all real talk. It's always sports. But let me try to mix it up a little bit and just give y'all, my viewers, some motivation to start off their week. Now this, quote, or just what I'm about to tell y'all, this motivation is to not compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to others. Now it's hard. We got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got Facebook, we got all these platforms where you're constantly watching other people. And you might think like, okay, I'm at this point in my life, I see people that are higher than me. I see people making more money, doing more things than me. But if you stay in your lane and don't compare yourself to others, you'll be straight. God has a path for you. And guess what? If you keep the faith with God and stick to his plan, stick to what you're good at, you are going to win. Now, God has a plan for everybody. And some people's plans, maybe it's their time to really, show out or whatever. Maybe it's their time to really, have that breakthrough. Maybe it isn't your time right now. But best believe if you keep the faith, and faith is something that I've had to learn in my life, that I hope that y'all have learned in y'all life or are learning. But faith is something that everybody needs. And in life, you're going to have some ups, you're going to have some downs. I mean, when I started this podcast, I had like 5 faithful podcast viewers. Now I have over 17,000 views on YouTube. This ain't nothing crazy. Got some followers on TikTok, got some followers on Instagram and all of that. But I'm continuing to grind every single day and do what I'm good at, what I love to do. I don't care about the views. I don't care about all of that. I care about just bringing content to other people and making them happy. Find out what you're good at, and don't compare about, oh, this person is doing better than me, or this person's doing better than me. Don't compare about that. A lot of times, I might have to just put your phone, put it on Do Not Disturb. You see my phone is on Do Not Disturb, right? Put it on Do Not Disturb. Read a book. Do something productive. But being on social media will just force a lot of people to really be upset with themselves with their life, but you gotta always keep the faith. And you don't even have to be a religious person to believe this, but to stick to your grind, to really, focus on what you were brought in this world to do and never give up. It sounds cliche, but it's true. If you never give up and stick to what you love to do, you are gonna win. That's like that you're gonna win. There's no way that you can lose if you are on your grind and you are doing what you love to do. You are gonna win regardless. So that is my motivational Monday tip. My whole saying right now: don't compare yourself to others and keep the faith. This is Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where y'all know I'll always keep it real, and I'm out.